Hello guys, Standard 7, Chapter number 16, Water or Precious Resources. So in the previous video, as we have discussed about the sources of water and different states of the water. So today what are we going to learn? We will learn about the water cycle, and the question is, what is the hydrological cycle? That we will discuss over here, right? So first of all, let's see in the picture. You can see that key huge water body is in ocean and seas. So due to the sunlight, what happens, that there will be evaporation of water will be, right? Here water will convert into gaseous state, right? So there will be formation of clouds, and when these clouds transfers from the hot area to cold area, with this evaporation there is one more thing, it is transpiration. So in the plant there is a loss of water through stomata, it is called as transpiration. So this all the water vapors will be stored in the clouds, and when clouds comes in the contact with the cold area, starts to rain, starts to fall on the surface of earth. So this process is called as precipitation. Okay, now when this water falls on the hills, it moves from the higher area to lower area, so it stores in the pond and river, right? Again there will be evaporation process due to the sunlight, due to the heat of the sun. So this process will be continued. This is called as water cycle, and this is called as hydrological cycle. And this water is again useful for the plants and animals which survives under the water. It's called as the aquatic animals. And then after the storage of water in ponds and river, there is water table. That means what? If water will be transferred to the ground level, to the underground, right? This is called as percolation. Water will start to seepage inside the ground. This is called as percolation. And topmost layer of groundwater is called as water table. Now let's discuss fill-ups. The first fill-up is water is a renewable resources. Second, water falls back onto the earth is precipitation, is called as rainfall. Third one, plants add to the water vapors in the air through transpiration process. Fourth, rainwater soaks into the ground and become groundwater. Now true and false. First one, 3/4 of the earth is made up of water. It is right. 3/4 is of water. Second, the water cycle is the way by which nature maintains a water balance. It is true. Third one, the water stored in the gaps of the underground rocks is called as water table. So actually the right answer is the ground first layer of the water is called as water table, but this might be right, this can be right also, because underground water is a part of the water table. This is also right. Okay guys, now let's discuss about the availability of water in India. So in India there is the main businesses of agriculture, so this agriculture areas mostly depends on the rainfall, right? But between the June to October month there is no equally rainfall distributed in all over the India, right? So in the some area there is the situation of drought. That means there is very less amount of water, that means the less amount of rainfall. in the desert area. If we discuss like desert area, so Rajasthan and Kutch desert, there is very less rainfall is there. But if we discuss in the north to east area of the India, so there is too much rainfall, but there is also scarcity of water. Reason is that due to the hilly areas, water flows on the surface of the hill areas, right? So in hilly areas there is no proper water management. So in India there is the other side, like if we discuss about the Punjab, so in the Punjab there is main 5 rivers. So there is the one big large network of rivers are and their tributaries, right, which are the main sources of the water supply. If we discuss in the major rivers in India, so Yamuna, Ganga, Brahmaputra, Krishna, Kaveri, Tapi, Godavari, these all are called as the main resources of water, right? And here Yamuna, Ganga and Brahmaputra have their sources is Himalayas. They are continue running water is there because due to the Himalayas and when snow melts from the Himalayas, so it flows from the these rivers, right? And these rivers are full of water during the monsoon season. And whatever areas of this river and bank of these rivers are fertile because in the tributaries or in the coastal area of these rivers are fertile soil. So these lands are very much useful for the agriculture purposes, right? Okay guys, let's see. Today's homework is take out exercise 2 example question number 3, solve in textbook. Now turn your page, one word 2 and 3, distinguish 2, long question 2, write down in notebook. Okay guys, thank you, have a nice day.